welcome back to my channel. My name is Steph and this is Ordinary Plant Girl. Well, today I had a little bit of an adventure. If you saw by the intro, you'll know that I actually went on a little trek today. I didn't do any filming really out there. I mean, I took a few clips on my phone just because I'm kind of not used to like public filming or anything like that. So, you know, that's something I'll have to work on in the future. But for now, today is March 26th. You'll probably see this video in the next couple of weeks. Well, a couple of weeks from now, obviously, because I do have one set to go before this one. But as much as I have always wanted to import plants and I didn't want to go through the process of getting an import permit or anything like that, I actually ended up at an Equagenera pop-up store today. So if you are interested in seeing what I got from them, please stick around. So today I ended up at an Equagenera, I don't know, however you want to call it. I ended up at one of their pop-up stores today. So I had to travel almost 2.5 hours from where I live. You know, public transit. I had actually purchased 2 of them at the beginning of the month, and I was gifted the other 2 by a plant friend who lives in Chicago. So it turns out he was actually the one that told me about the pop-up. I mean, I didn't really know much about them or anything like that. So anyway, he told me about it. I placed an order. He placed an order. It looks like one of them is different from what he told me I was supposed to receive, but that's okay. I will give you a little hint though that it is an Anthurium. So thanks to him, I'm taking that plunge. But I'm so very grateful that he did this for me. I'm going to get into these plants and I'm going to check the roots, and then I'm going to pop them into some water with some Super Thrive because they actually told me that I should do that as soon as possible. Let's get into it. One thing I noticed when I went in there is it's a chilly day today. It's not too bad, but it was really, really warm in there. So my fear was, because I was taking transit, my fear was taking them from that nice, warm, ideal temperature and them being a little cold. But you know what? We'll see how they fared. I ordered them, I believe it was February 28th. Maybe the 27th, the end of February anyway. And I had ordered 2 plants. And I think while I was doing, or the next day, Pete ordered those ones first, ordered the ones for me first, which was a total surprise. I did not know that he was gonna do that. And then I ordered my 2. When I was on their website, I noticed that they had so many different kinds of varicosums, and they were actually what I was really interested in, but because varicosum seems so difficult to take care of, like I have a varicosum, I couldn't tell you which one it is right now, it's still a baby. It has been a chore with this plant, but it's starting to push out a new leaf now. It's still seedling size. It's starting to push out a new leaf and I'm super excited about it. But let's see what I've got. I really do hope they're labeled. Okay, so this first, oh my goodness, this first one. Okay, so this is one of the ones that I ordered, and I'm glad it comes with the label because I would not be able to tell them apart. So the first one that I got is, I don't know if you can see that because I can't see, is the Philodendron Plowmanii Citrus. And this is, I do have to say that these are probably the biggest leaf plants I have ever bought. Bare root. I can't even get this off right now. 2 seconds. I have no scissors in here. We're just ripping it right down the center. So here we go. It's got little bits of paper. There's a little yellowing, which is to be expected. the other interesting thing is that as many people as you watch unbox plants, import plants, and the process they go through, I have to say that this part is terrifying to me. Absolutely terrifying, but wow. Okay, I'm still just trying to get it out of the package here. Try not to damage anything, but we are failing miserably here right now. You know what? Okay. That's just where we're at. Teeth will be used. And still, oh, good grief. Huh, okay, all of that just to get the label off. Okay. But look at her. I did talk to another plant friend who got one of these herself. She did say that the roots didn't look too great for her, but I mean, look at that. Now, because it's a citrus, I'm wondering if that little hint of yellow is actually supposed to be there. But here we've got one nice large leaf that is trying to be born right now. Okay, so beside me, I have got vessels of water that have a little bit of super thrive in them. I would just like to get them into water as soon as possible, plump them up a little bit, see how that goes. Since I was doing this right away, I didn't actually have time to set my table up, and that probably would have been better. I seriously need a pair of scissors or something. Like, this is, I'm making this much harder on myself than it really needs to be. Okay, scissors. Oh, there we go. All right. So the roots on this one are pretty, they don't look too bad. They're pink, but they don't look too bad. They don't look too bad at all. So, and of course I do this when I don't have anything to put this in because I'm ridiculous. We're just gonna use this plastic bag that just happens to be handy. I will probably just speed this part up if need be. But the moss is actually coming off really easily. Oh, wow. Okay, roots are more extensive than I thought they were. Wow, look at that root ball. I'm seeing a couple of like kind of on the verge dried roots, so I will just cut those off. But I mean, look at that. That's what we have here. Some of them I'm a little confused about because they look kind of dry halfway through the root, but then the ends look pink and the main part of the root looks okay. So we're just gonna shake any loose stuff out of there. And everything else feels pretty firm. But for now, I'm going to, hopefully, I didn't have to go on the biggest one here. Okay, next we have, okay, this is the one of the ones from Pete. And this was the one that was apparently changed. Maybe I'll save it for the end because it's the Anthurium. We'll save that one for the end. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So we'll go with this one. Okay, this is one that I purchased. I've never heard of it before. Not that I'd heard of the Plowmanii citrus, but this one I'd never heard of before. And this is the Philodendron Gribbianum. Anyway, this is definitely a climber. That's for sure. Let's see what she looks like outside of her packaging. That label was much easier to get off because I had scissors this time. Okay. It's actually taller than I thought it was gonna be. So this is her here. And you can see her leaves. It's a decent size. It's not too bad at all. So these were, the two that I purchased were about $40. I think they came to, I think the Plumanii was $40 and $40 US, and then Canadian it worked out to be almost 55. And then this one, the Gribbianum, this one was 35, I think. I can't exactly remember. Oh, that was a mess. It worked out okay. So this root system is much smaller than the Plumanii for sure. There's a couple of dead roots, but we've got this here. So there are a couple of dead roots. There's, oh, not that one. This one here, you can see is dead. So I'm just gonna cut that right off. I'm hoping it doesn't take them too long to perk up. But if it's one thing I do know, it is that philodendrons are resilient. Okay, so that was really only the dead root I saw on that one. These ones look a little dark, so I'm not exactly sure, but we'll see what happens. Okay. So, we will put you in this one here. Okay, I've got moss all over me. I'm glad tomorrow's the day when I clean my plant room because this is ridiculous. Okay, so here, this next one is one that I actually tried to purchase, but he purchased it before me. So when I went to go put it in my cart, it was already gone. Cheeky, sneaky little bugger. But this one is the Philodendron Pseudovaricosum. I don't know what that means, but it's got some pretty hairy petioles going on there. This one looks a little rough, but I don't know if that is actually how this is supposed to look or not. Yeah, I honestly don't know about this one. Maybe once it perks up, it's just that the petioles are it's the color of them. Hopefully after they're rehabbed a little bit, it might look better. This here was what I saw, and I thought that there was actually something wrong, but I don't think so. That's just the sheath. But the petioles are actually dark, and then the hairs are green. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna lose this leaf here. Like for sure, I'm gonna lose this one. It's already yellowing. But you can see that the stem is just a little bit dehydrated. I'm not sure if we got the focus in there, but we'll see what happens. It's very beautiful though. I love the leaf shape. Okay, now with this one, I'm not exactly sure how the roots are even supposed to look. They look okay. Some of them, that one's rotted. So yeah, we do have a little bit of root rot. The chunk is still firm, so yay for that. And leave a comment down below if you rehab plants regularly, how long would you leave them in water to plump up? Would you leave them for a few hours? Would you leave them for an entire day? Let me know what you would do. We're gonna put you in there with that one. Now, my first, not basic Anthurium, my basic Anthurium is still super basic and it has like grown 3 leaves and they're maybe as big as my thumb. Now this one, he was originally going to send me an Anthurium, was it a Clarinervium or a Crystallinum? One of the two. I think it was a Clarinervium. But I didn't notice until today that they had sent me an email and let me know that one of the orders had been changed. So I don't know if they had ran out of stock of the other Anthurium and had to replace it with something. Now the interesting thing to me about this is that yesterday I was on the North Shore Tropicals website and I was actually looking at getting one of these specific Anthurium seedlings, because I think on their website they were only about $30. And I was like, yeah, you know what, maybe I should try it, but I didn't. I was like, no, can't do it. And I knew that I was gonna have an Anthurium coming today. It's just not the same Anthurium that I thought I was gonna get. So it turns out that it is the Anthurium that I actually thought about buying yesterday, which is currently this one. If you can see it, but you can't because we're not focusing. So I have in my possession an Anthurium magnificum. The pressure is real here. You know, I find that when I'm gifted a plant, I try much harder to make sure that that plant survives. That looks like a little bit of cold damage, but we're okay. So, Pete, if you are watching this, I am gonna try really, really hard to take care of this. Okay, so here we go. Here she is. Oh, there's one leaf there. This leaf here looks like it did get some damage, not from today, but definitely gonna lose that leaf. This one as well kind of has a spot on it. I don't know how that's gonna go. But here starts the Anthurium journey. I don't know, I'm nervous about this one. I mean, I'm not even nervous about those ones because, you know, they're philodendrons. Like, what, the Anthurium. Ooh, look at those chunky roots. Now I understand the chunky root thing. Okay, so I do have to say that out of all 4 of them, except for that one mushy root right there that I'm about to cut off, like, those look pretty good. I think, as far as Anthurium roots go. Let me know, because I honestly have no idea. Like, this is, it's like, breathe stuff, breathe. Okay, so there are quite a few roots that are mushy, and they're very cold. I don't know why they're so cold. We're gonna do our best here. So now starts the journey of me trying to figure out how to take care of these things. Talk about being out of my comfort zone. Way out of my comfort zone. See, even now I'm being like super particular with checking the roots as compared to my philodendrons. Because I mean, they'll live, they'll survive, they'll be fine. I'm not worried. Even if they drop all their leaves. I've worked with less when it comes to philodendrons. But this baby, oh, wow. Wow. Okay. And you get your own little vessel over here. So yeah, let me know, any of you that, you know, take care of Anthuriums, what your process is. How you go about rehabbing them. Even, you know, aside from that, if you, just how you take care of them in general. It's interesting because I never really paid much attention. I mean, I do pay attention to anything I see on Anthuriums because I think they're beautiful and I would love to take care of them myself. At the same time though, I don't retain the information about them because I don't have them. And, you know, now I do. But as for the rest of it, the experience was easier than I thought. I mean, except for the travel, I got kind of lost at one point. It was in a really strange area, it felt like. But yeah, it was like I went in, they had people picking up, people that were looking to buy. I actually thought about looking to see what else was there. But you know what? I had 4 plants already and there were so many people that were in there. Like the line to pick up plants was really small. The line to like look at and browse and like buy plants, much longer. So once I got these and they told me to, you know, pop them in water as soon as I got home, I didn't really stick around to see what else they had. But the next time I come across one, I'm definitely going to look and see, you know, what kind of things they have, especially if they do have the varicosums. I'm hoping that I'll be able to take care of those one day, working with my, the one I got. That's, I mean, it seems to be doing better now that it's sitting next to a humidifier, and it's, you know, everything is waking up, and that one is too, so we'll see how that goes. But for the most part, that is it for me today. I have been waiting for this to happen. I'm gonna let you guys know, I'm gonna give you updates on these, especially the Ploumanii citrus, because seriously, that thing is thicker than anything I currently own right now. So, I mean, she'd be thick. But yeah, I will definitely keep you updated and let you know how this whole thing goes. It might be the first time, might be the last time I import. I do feel like I'm okay with getting them from a plant shop locally because they do all the rehab and I get the result of it. So, you know, what do you do? But anyway, thanks guys for hanging out with me. I hope you're all safe and well, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.